Hello everyone, welcome to Usong University Online App Inventor class. This is Choi Sung-lee. I'm gonna teach this class. Nice to meet you. In the future, we plan to conduct 13 classes, which is related to App Inventor. So it's still very happy to teach you. Okay, then let's get started. Before starting the class, I will let you know how the class will be proceed. Every lecture, classes will be conducted in the following order: content of lecture, design, coding, advanced topic, quiz. First of all, we will discuss what we will learn before class. And we are going to discuss the basic of what we are going to learn in each class. And after learning the basic knowledge in each lecture, and we are going to discuss how to design the screen that is we are going to make. And then we plan to do the code through the block coding. So after block coding, we are going to complete the project. And by solving more difficult problem in advanced topic, you will expand your understanding. Finally, we will try to understand the important contents of the class by solving the keys. So every class will be done in this order. Now I'm going to talk about the curriculum of App Inventor class. This lecture is divided into a total of 13 classes. The first class, you will learn what App Inventor is, and we're going to prepare what you need for setting up development. When the preparation is complete, you will connect to the cloud system, which is App Inventor, and we're going to learn the App Inventor user interface for development. And finally, we are going to understand what it is and how to use it. So we are going to learn it through the simple example. The second lecture, you will learn about the variable and how to use the information with the variable to store the calculation the data. Very useful class. And third lectures, we are going to understand the conditional statement, and then we're going to create a simple app using the conditional statement. Particularly in conditional statement sections, we will learn the basic logic of a program that execute conditional statement that are actually they executed sequentially with a certain rules and using operators. In the first class, we will learn about the loop statement, which is very important for the programming. And you will understand the loop structure to configure the program and then we're going to create a shape drawing app using the loop statement. In the fifth lecture, so you will learn about how to write the program using the function. And actually, App Inventor, we call it procedure. And we are going to calculate the body. We are going to calculate the body mass index application using the function. In sixth lesson, we're going to learn about the data list and using the data list, and we're going to create a quiz app. In the seventh class, you will learn how to program what you've learned so far, and you will use it to develop an application that wrote some line. So we are going to discuss in detail later on. In the eighth class, we will develop a game, which is a rock, paper, scissors game. Through the more complex calculation and random number generation, and we are going to build this rock, paper, scissors application. In the ninth lessons, we will learn about the image sprite, and we're gonna make a game that uh, is catch the bugs. The 10th classes, we will learn how to use the canvas with the various image sprite, and we're gonna create a playable game, which is very simple but very useful. And 11th, we will learn about the map component and what is it and how to use the map component. So we are going to make our map application using map component. 11th, we will create some address book using the database. So in this class, uh, we will learn how to use the database and to store the data. And also we are going to learn how to regenerate this data later on as well. The last class, we will learn how to control the various objects by creating Ladybug game. In this game, we're going to learn about how to control the image using the sensor. Okay, so each class we are going to learn about some basic knowledge in terms of components that we are going to use, and then we're going to design our application. After that, we are going to make some code, and then we're going to test it. Okay, let's move to the next. In these lectures, we're gonna understand what app inventory is, and we're gonna learn about each component of app inventor, and then finally we are going to learn about how to use it, and we're going to study how to use the app inventor actually, and we're going to build some application which is very simple, and just print a hello world on your smartphone. Actually that we have to use AI companion function to in order to take a test. And finally, we are going to create an APK file or AAB file and install it on your smartphone, and we are going to uh, take a test. Before starting the class, there are few things we need to do before. So I will tell you what to prepare. and then what to do to get it done. And you can prepare the following by following one by one and step by step. Okay, let's move to the next. Here is the what we need to do before giving our first lectures. First, we have to understand what app inventor is. Uh, so let's get an overview of what app inventor is and what you can do with it. So how to use it, those kind of things you are going to learn about. Second, it is recommended to use the Chrome browser to use App Inventor. Of course, you can use other browser, but it's highly recommended to use the Chrome browser rather than using other browser because there is no restriction on using the interface on Chrome browser. So please use the Chrome browser. If you don't have a Chrome browser, I will let you know how to get the Chrome browser. Third, App Inventor actually provide cloud-based development. So when you try to access the App Inventor website, you actually must have a Google account. If you already have, you don't worry about. But if you don't have, you need to create Google account. If you don't have, I will explain how to get a Google account later on. And then App Inventor provides various test environment. In these lectures, we will learn it as an option to actually upload it to the phone. And we will explain the process to set up such a test environment. Then don't worry about, I will explain in detail later on. First of all, before we get into what App Inventor is, let's briefly explain the history of App Inventor. Uh, App Inventor was released in December 2010, and the source code was released by the Google in 2011. Since then, MIT has continuously developed it and released the first MIT App Inventor version in 2012. And then App Inventor version 2, currently in use, was released in 2013 and has been used until now. And more detailed information can be found on the App Inventor website. Please, and if you want to have more information, then please visit App Inventor website. Okay, now let's we have a overview of App Inventor. App Inventor is a cloud-based tool that connects to the App Inventor website so that you can design the UX using the Inventor Designer. And based on design, the interface, you're going to create a computer program logic, which is required for each component in block editor to provide the necessary service to the user. So the App Inventor enables you to develop an application using those actually based on the development environment. So App Inventor is you're going to build apps by working with the App Inventor Designer. So where you select a component for your app. Here is if you go to the website. Don't worry about the much detail about. So we are going to explain. I'm going to explain in detail later on. Anyhow, the app inventor designer where you select the component and dragging and drop it on your screen, then you can design your screen app application, screen of an app application. And also, the app inventor provide a block editor where you assemble the program block that specify how the component should behave. So if you block and you can just get some uh, calculation, those kind of things. So through the assemble the block code and fitting piece together will be like simple. So your app appears on the phone and step by step as you add a piece to it, so you can test your work as you build. And when you're done, you can package your app and produce a standalone application to install. Here. If you don't have an Android phone, you can build your app using the Android emulator and software that the emulator is software that runs on your computer and behave just like the phone. So don't worry about. The app inventor development is supported for Mac operating system and Linux and Windows operating system. And several popular Android phone models, and you can have emulator. You can have the phone model as emulators. You're gonna have You're gonna create the application with the app inventor. Uh, so later on, the application can be installed on any Android phone. We will discuss in later on. Before you can use App Inventor, you need to set up your computer and install the App Inventor setup package on your computer. Don't worry, we are going to discuss in detail later on. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's move to the next. In order to use App Inventor, actually don't worry about too much. We are going to explain. I'm going to explain in detail later on. In order to use App Inventor, first go to the website of App Inventor. First, go to the App Inventor website and connect the Inventor website with your Google account you have already. And click the Create App button, then you can access to your website. And if you get into the App Inventor website, then there is two area. The one is the design area, and the other is the blog area. So, design area, you're going to design your interface of an application, and after that, you just click some component and then drag and drop on your screen. Then you're going to make your application. After finishing design your interface, then you need to go to the block editor area, block editor area, and you can just write some code. So no program installation is required. So you don't need to install any other program. And application can be verified by accessing the AI companion over the internet. So we will let you know how to connect the application with your uh, mobile device. Actually, the app inventor support a different language. So if you are not familiar with English, then you can just write the code uh, based on your uh, language. Let me tell you how to change the language later on. So built-in component and block provided by the app inventor. There are a lot of component and a lot of block code. So uh, I'm gonna explain later on. Okay, just I'm going to tell you how to use the app inventor locally. So we are going to uh, learn how to use and how to access and how to use the component in detail. So don't worry about, and we are going to try to do step by step. So finally, we can have uh, the knowledge in terms of app inventor. Okay, let's move to the next. Because App Inventor applies and drag and drop coding style, you can design your app user interface very easily. And block coding also allows you to select to prepare the coding block. You don't need to write a whole bunch of code. Just drag and some drag the block and drop the block on the block editor. And you can just combine them to create the entire program logic. So it's very easy to code. So later on, so we're going to learn about this. Now, just keep in mind there is a design area, and then you just click the component, and then drag and drop the component on your screen. That's it. And if you go to the block coding editor area, then just there are a lot of um, built-in component, and just it's the same as the editor design editor. So just built-in drag, select a built-in component, and then drag and drop. Uh, let me teach you how to do. So we are going to discuss about this in detail later on. As I mentioned, the App Inventor provides the app screen design editor and block coding editor. So App Inventor's screen consists of two large areas. It's the Inventor Designer. So here you get some screen. So you just select some component if it is required. Then you just select and drag and drop it. And other area is the block coding editor area. And each there is a built-in block code, and there are a lot of already built-in code. Just select and drag and drop, which is the same as uh, design editor. Okay, please keep in mind, but it is easy, And also, I'm going to teach you how to use it. And so don't worry about. We will discuss later on. Okay, let's move to the next. And most app application currently being made by App Inventor operate a very simple uh, process. However, the application, very complicated application, can be built through the App Inventor. So, uh, like a multiple sensor and multiple images provider control, those kind of things is possible. So this is we can make a very complicated application using the App Inventor. So screen touch, input sensor data or web browser data and database. We are interworking, integrate with the database. It is possible. So you can just make a build simple application, and from the simple application to the very complicated application using the App Inventor. By now, we roughly went through the what is the App Inventor. Now, in order to use the App Inventor development, so we need to have a Chrome browser. As I mentioned, the Chrome browser is highly recommended to use because we are going to use any API based on the Chrome browser. However, if you try to use other browser, then that is okay. But however, you can have some constraint. You cannot use some API. So, if you don't have a Chrome browser, then just go to the google.com Chrome. Then you can download it. Just download the Chrome browser and install it. That is it. Very easy. So, okay. Then if you are ready, and just you need to have a Google account. Uh, if you do not have a Google account, you will need to create a new Google account. If you already have a Google account, you can skip this step. If you do not have a Google account, don't worry. Just access to Google website, and if you click the sign it, and you can face to this web page. This web page is for the creating account. Just type all the information which is required by requested by the Google. Then just input the old information. Then click the next. Then you can have a Google account. So if you have a Google account already, then skip this step. If you don't have a Google account, just create account, and then when you access to the Google, App Inventor website, then you just you can just access to the App Inventor website with your Google account. Okay. If you have a Google Chrome browser and Google account ready, then you can now access to the App Inventor website. And so we're gonna make some application, which is to print out the hello world. So in order to make this application, we just follow the some code step by step. But we haven't yet learned how to use them in the development environment. In other words, we must understand what is the environment of App Inventor. So I'm gonna explain the App Inventor Designer and Inventor Block Editor in more detail. And then we will do some practice by running each code by hand. And we will finally end up with having a first application, which is displayed hello world later on. So, and let's move to the next topic. The connect your smartphone with your computer. There are four main ways to test the project we will create in the future. For verification, AI to companion can be used to connect to a mobile device, which is enable us to test. So the result can be viewed on the connected device. However, there are four options. Among them, we recommend option 1. The option 1, you can just choose the other option according to your situation. And if you have a Chromebook, and choose option 2. And if you do not have a phone or tablet, and choose option 3. So you can just download some application on your device, and then you can just learn the emulator on your computer. If you have an Android device but do not have a Wi-Fi connection, and choose option 4. However, most case we can just check the result more quickly and clearly. So we recommend you to just choose option 1. Okay, next. Okay, in this design section, we're going to learn about the interface configuration of App Inventor Designer. And we're gonna design the user interface of a Hello World app. So in this design section, before we're gonna do design, and we are going to learn about what is the component of a screen, and then what it is, and then how to use the component. So let's move to the next. To develop an application, you must create a project by accessing the App Inventor website, which is the cloud base. To do this, first go to the appinventor.mit.edu. Then you can see create app button here. So you just push the button, click the button, and if you do this, and this button is a top of right of this page. So if you are click, and then you can enter, and if you are the user connecting for the first time, then you're going to have some other message than other user. So first you need to have agree term of service. So if you need to agree, and after that you can just face to the some welcome message window, then just continue button, and you can just face to this screen, and there are some introduction to the tutorials. So if you can have more information from them, and however it's first time, if you are first time, then just click close, and then finally you get to this first project screen. So if you let me explain again. If you go to the app inventor mit.edu, then click the create app button. Then if you are first time visit this website, then you can have the message pop-up message. Then just to click check the agree, then move to the next. Then you can have the other pop-up message. Welcome to App Inventor, and click the continue, and you can have the some introduction of the tutorial, and then you can just close, and then you can just finally get to the first screen. Easy. Okay, then please try by yourself, and if you get into this first screen, then you are ready to go. Okay, then I'm gonna explain about the component of user interface, that actually the app inventor user interface. So uh, first, let's discuss about how to create the first project. Okay, now on the next screen, and then first step is to create a new project. If you want to create a new project, and click the button here, and you can have the pop-up window, create a new app inventor project, and write some project name here. So just to type the name of project. So if you have if you try to use other name, then use other name, but first time just use lab01 underbar hello world. And actually in this input text box, space is not allowed, so you have to use underscore, or just without, just to write the name without any space, and then click OK. If you click OK, then you can move to the next. The if you create if you if you create a screen of a project, then you can have 7 major component. So first one, app inventor menu. Here is the app inventor menu. Second is the project menu, which is related to the project. Third one is the palette menu. Then there are a lot of component which is configured your screen. Then you just click the component and dragging and drop it. And the viewer menu, there is the viewer menu. This is a viewer, and this is a component. If you put some component, then this component menu will update a newly added component. The media component, so you can just upload the media, the sound, and image file, those kind of things. You can just upload it through this menu. And this is a property menu. So if you click some component of your screen, then you can have the lot of property. You can change something in this property area. So then I will explain in detail later on. Okay. App inventor menu contains the following function. If a project menu, if you go to the project menu, then you can check my project that you have created. And if you want to create a new project, and go to the start new project and import the project from your computer, then this menu you can use it and import the project from the some repository, then you can use this menu. Go to that, and there are a lot of repository. Okay, then save project, and save project as other name, and export a selected project to your computer, then you can use this menu. And connect menu, the AI companion, is if you try to connect to your device through the Wi-Fi, then you need to use AI companion. In this regarding, I will explain in detail, so don't worry about it. And if you don't have your device, then you can use emulator. This emulator, I will let you know how to use it. And USB, also if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, then you can use USB. And if you go to build menu, you can just create APK file. Your If you try to your project to make a APK file, then the APK file install make you enable to install your project onto your device. And AAB file, also it's uh, you need to generate this AAB file to register your application on your on Google Play. And setting menu, if you go to setting menu and enable project auto load and enable open point, if you try to use open point, you can use it. And help menu, and this help menu you can have your very useful information, library, extension, tutorials, and troubleshooting and forum. Also company information, and if your connecting has some problem with your device, then you can have a useful information from there. And my project, then if you go to my project, then you can have the project name you have created. So view trash project means if you delete any project, then you can go to check if you can check the which project has been deleted. In guide, then there is some document and support from MIT website. You can have a very important and updated message or updated information. And if you have a big problem with the MIT App Inventor, then you can uh, report an issue to the MIT. And if you are not familiar with the English, then you can change the language as your um, mother language. Okay, then what's it? Go to the first screen. Then screen is the design editor area. and you can see the screen one. Screen one mean you can just see the screen one, and you can add screen 2 or 3 and remove screen and publish to the gallery. So you're if you try to release your application to the gallery, then you can use this button. And a lot of user interface button, checkbox, and label, image, and notifier, and web viewer. If you more detailed information, then you can just click the question icon, then you can have more information. And layout means if you uh, put some uh, component onto the some horizontal or vertical arrangement, then you can use this layout component. So if you click and here, then you can arrange your component here. Also, we're gonna I'm gonna explain detail later on. Okay, and media component and player sound and speech recognizer and drawing animation and map component, chart component, sensor component, timer, orientation sensor. We're going to use later on for some project, and social component. So Twitter sharing the information, those kind of function provided by App Inventor. And storage, if you want to save some data, then you can choose any database from here. And connectivity, if you try to use some function of Android, then you can just activity starter, and in order to have a class of Android and web component or Bluetooth component. If you try to use that, then you can find some component here. Lego component, okay, and then if you try to build some application for Mindstorm, then you can use it. You can use the component from here. And experimental, if you try to use some data of experimenter, then you can use this component. Extension is some component from exterior. So you can use the lot of component from palette, and if you try to keep some service or function, then you can communicate with the user through this kind of component. So if you add component, then the component will be updated here. So you can just delete, you can just see the added component, newly added, and just if you want to delete, then you can just click the button, click the component, then delete or rename it. Also, the property is here. A lot of property can be changed by in this area. And if you try to upload sound file, some media file, or some image file, then you can use upload file icon, menu button, then you can just upload some sound file, image file through this media component, media menu. Okay, and Uh, Later on, I will explain some detailed information. So don't worry about. So if we need some component, then I'm gonna explain first. Then you can use the component on your project. Okay, let's move to the next. So far, we have learned what app inventor screens and configuration, which is provided by App Inventor. Now, in order to develop an application that shows the sentence "Hello World" in the project we created, we will design an actual screen, and we're going to create a map that shows the actual result according to event of each component. And finally, we're going to test it by connecting the AI to companion. The project we are working on is a very simple app, but you can learn the most basic activity you can try using the app inventor environment. So the first thing to do to create an application is to configure the user screen of the application to be created. You need to think about what activity will be performed on the screen and how these activity will communicate with the user, and then we're going to add a component to support this activity to show the result of an event, and finally we are going to add input to the screen. In this project, we need to add a label. This is a label, and this label will display the hello world when a user click the button, and then it will trigger the event. So, and also we need to have a button, and if your user click the button, then there is text that will be changed into the hello world. And let me show you how you can add the component. We took the component from the palette and added it to the screen. As a result, label 1 and button were added to screen 1. Okay, let me try, and then let me show that. Okay, in order to access App Inventor website, then you type the appinventor.mit.edu. Then you have a screen like this. Then you can just click the button here, click it, then you're gonna face to some screen to get authentication. Then after that screen, you will get to this page. So your screen is different from me because I have created some other project already. So if you don't have other project, then you have empty screen. First, you need to create new project, then type lab 1 and slash hello world. The project name you can decide that anyhow you type all the name of project, then click OK. Okay, then you will see this screen. First, what we have to do is select component from the palette, especially label, and then dragging and drop it. Then you can see the on the screen the component menu. You can see there's some update. There is a label 1 is updated, so you can change the name of the label here and just print out label. It's like no space is allowed. So the name of a component we cannot add space. So just if you try to space, then you need to have some underscore, some other annotation. Okay, then print out underscore label. We're gonna rename this. Okay, then confirm. It has been changed. And first, this is a property of menu. Then this property menu is the some value which is the required for displaying on the screen. The component is displayed as some figure. Then if you try to change it, then we can change something of properties. Okay, let me try to change the font size because the font size is kind of small. So let's we try to change 20. Then it will be bigger than 14. Okay, and also that is in the left side. We want to move to the right. Then we can just center or right text location. So you can just center, then it will be center. And width, this one is parent mean this will cover all the pixel to the parent's width. So if we choose this one and OK, then and text will be located on the center, and you can see, and the width will be covered all the to the to the parent's width. Okay, then we're gonna add the button. Then click the button and dragging and drop the button here. This button will trigger the event. What kind of event? Then this event will change the text of the label 1, here, label 1, to the hello world. So this button, we can just change some name, or okay, button 1, so just leave it as, and then but we are going to change it text. Text mean okay, then print hello. In here and in the property, we can have the space. Okay, so if we change it, then the button will be changed. So we changed the screen, and we just input the all the component which is required for the hello world application. So if you need any other component, then you can just click and dragging and drop. That is it. Okay, if you are ready, then we're going to go to the block code to write some code. Now we're going to talk about the block coding. In this section, we're going to study how to write the block code for event and display hello world message. This time, I will explain the structure of the block empty screen. There are largely block viewer and media function. And here is a block. It's a place where the blocks used when coding the operation of the component are together. Built-in block provided by the app inventor, which is commonly used block such as variable control and logic, math, text, list, dictionary, colors, variables, procedure, which is the function. And viewer is, this is a viewer area. It's a screen for coding by dragging and arranging the programming block. And the media, if you try to upload sounds file, image file, then you can upload those files through this menu. And this is a backpack menu. Backpack is provide a function to store the block coding that has been written so far, so that you can call some block code from before the project. If you, for instance, if you try to save this block, then you just click and drag and drop to the backpack. Then backpack will save your block to use other project. In show warning, there are no fatal errors in the entire program, but it shows that the numbers and message of a warning, which is a letter light error, such as the other result value, and fatal error, such as it's a big error. So if you have some fatal error, then you need to fix before testing. So warning message, the error message. Okay. And number 6 is trash. Trash icon, delete the block by dragging and drop it. Otherwise, you can just right click, then you can just choose the delete option from the menu. Let me show the in detail later on. Anyhow, the block code editor consists of blocks here, common block, built-in, and screen ones, the component block, any other component block code. And viewer and media file, you can upload it through this menu, and backpack menu is if you try to save some block code in order to use the other in order to use that block code in the other project, then you can just click and select it and dragging drop. And the warning message, here is the warning message. It's a little bit slight error, but it's better to fix it. And beta menu, beta error, in that case you have to fix it before the testing. We get to the block coding editor area. How to move from the designer, then you just click if you try to go to designer area, then you click the designer here. Then if you try to move to the block area, then block coding area, then just click the block button. Then we will get to the block code editor area. In here, what we have to do is the first to select the block you try to write. Then first think about what we have to do is think about the user action. First, user, what we try to do is try to push the button to change the text of label. Then the button will trigger that event. So we go to the button here. Then when button 1 clicked, that means the event will be triggered by user when user click the button 1. So click and dragging here. Then next, what we have to do is the label, print out label. The text has to change something. So there is a lot of other options, but in this project we need just print out label and text, and in order to make some procedure, then we have to assemble the old block. So first time, this one is we just assemble this block here, and button will trigger the text, current text to the some other text. Then we need text here. Then type the sentence we want to print out. Then we want to print out hello world. Okay. Then as printed out, this block will print out the sentence as hello world. Okay, please try and step by step. In this page, we're going to talk about what kind of a coding block we have. So actually, App Inventor provides 3 different coding block style. So coding blocks can be largely divided into the following three types. So one is the event block type. So as as we saw right before, there is a event button one clicked, user input click the button, then a block that is called when a specific event occurs in a component. Here is some specific event will be proceed. And next one is the value block, and a block display a specific value. And next one is the value assignment block. That is the block that assigns the value to the component property. So like text and color and some other component you want to try to change something, then you need to have this value assignment block. So App Inventor provides those three kind of a block type. If we try to say the principle of how to block, then block coding should be executed as follow. Then when an event occurs at the point the program runs from top to the bottom and then from left to the right. So block code, the principle is the top to the bottom, left to the right. So define the necessary action, value, and activity in each block. They define the action, text to change the action, hello world, and plug each block to the executed them. So if you button on block, click, then you can just change some text of label 1 to the hello world. In addition, the right click on the block provide the capability to organize the entire block, and we're going to add a comment to the block and delete or disable the block. Then you can use the right click and manage the block. Then let me show you how to do this. So this block we made before, right before. So you write the block code, then if you try to add some comment or duplicate the block, so you can it is possible. And if you want to delete the block and block, and also you can just mouse go to the and add the comment here. Then this is the button for trigger the print hello world. So write the button and write the comment, and we can remember what the block is later on. This is the very simple block. However, we're gonna have a bunch of code. Then it's kind of difficult to understand which kind of block we made. So at that time, do we need to have the right click of the question mark? Then we can read the comment of that. Okay. Then we finished the writing block code, and we finished design the screen of our Hello World application. Then ready to go. Then what we have to do is we're gonna do launch app inventor. In order to launch the app application, then what we have to do is first design UX. The UX means user experience, and some screen. In the screen will interface to communicate with computer. The user try to do something, then user will use any component of the on screen. So the UX means that user experience, user do some action, then the UX will have the action, and the UX will deliver the user's need to the computer. And then block coding, so we make this some procedure, and then we just put some action on the procedure, and sequential will be generated by the block. Then that command will be carried. Now, if we finishing all those design, UX, and block coding, then we're gonna take a test, because in order to see the result is whether it is right or not. Then the test result is confirmed, then we're gonna launch the app APK file or AAB file. Now, if you try to register our application to the Google Play, then you have to generate your application as AAB file. Now Google Play no more allowed to have APK file. Okay. From now, connect the phone through the AI to companion and run the program on the connected phone so that you can check the test result. In order to do this, a three-step process is required. The first step, download and install the MIT AI 2 companion application on your device. And then next, step 2, connect both your computer and your device to the same Wi-Fi network. And step 3, open an App Inventor project and connect it to your device. Let me show how to do. In order to first download MIT AI 2 companion, then you go to the Google Play. And you can just type MIT. Then you can see the MIT App Inventor 2, and you can click and you can download it. I already download. Then if you download, you can have some message. So if you download it finish, then you can just open. Then to the and if you open that, then you can see this window. Then how to connect it? As I mentioned before, we already download and click the button, and then the application pops up. And especially you have to keep in mind that your computer and your mobile device is connected to the same Wi-Fi. So if you have a Wi-Fi 1, then you have to connect to the Wi-Fi 1. That means mobile connected to Wi-Fi 1 and your computer connected to the Wi-Fi 1. So we have to do something under the same Wi-Fi connection. So if your same Wi-Fi connection is ready, then you go to the App Inventor app. Let's move to the okay. Let me show you how to connect it. And first, move to the connection menu. You just click the AI companion. Then you can see some pop-up message. There's a two way to connect through the AI2 companion. One is just type the code TMOZUA. Otherwise, you can just click the scan or code button on your mobile device. Just click the mobile button, then scan the QR code. Okay, then you're on your mobile, then you can see the screen will be changed into the euro code. So we want to try to see the test result here. So what we have to do is to click the button, then user will try to input some event, then this UX, user experience, the UI will communicate your action with the computer, the mobile device. So the user try to enter some event right here, print hello, then the label 1, before the label 1 was here, label 1 will be changed as into a hello world. So let me summarize. This event will trigger the change the text of the label 1 into what? Hello world. So you just draw the design of an interface. This interface will communicate. This is the way to communicate with the computer. So user want to print out the hello world on the screen. Then we already draw some design. Then go to the block editor area. Go to the block. Then the button was here, and the button, click the button. Then there is some event. So we want to choose when button 1 click. Then click it and just assemble some action of the action you want to computer do something. Then what we try to do is print out label. The text of print out label will be changed into the hello world. So print out, click the print out, and what kind of component do you want to change something? It's the print out label text, right? Then select text, select, dragging and dropping. We already have it, so if you try to put here, then we don't need, so delete it. And set print out label text to change hello world. So let me explain again. We have a button on the screen. We have a printout label on the screen. So we want to change something of a label, but the event will get the event from we button 1. So we choose button 1 and click and dragging and drop here, and we want to change it printout label to text, printout text of printout label, then select set assignment and change it hello world. Okay, this is the whole process of how to design and block and connect and test. So we see the how to connect the computer with your mobile device. Just go to the connection menu, click the AI companion. AI companion will pop up a window message. Then you on your mobile and click the scan, or you can just input the type some code here. Then now after test result is right, then we're gonna make APK file or AAB file. So in order to install the your application into the your mobiles, then let me show you how to do. This time we're gonna generate the APK file. So in order to generate the APK file, then go to setting menu, then go to the Android app APK file. So it will generate APK file. It will take a little bit. Then after finishing, then you can see some pop-up message and download the APK file now, or through the scan the QR code, and this will guide you to how to download it. Then just let me try the QR, how to get the APK file from the website. Then just click the QR code and scan it and open link. Then it will show, it will ask you to download, and download it. If the download is ready, then go to the file and please install it. And open it. Then your application on your mobile device. So print hello, then it will change it hello world. Okay, it's just simple. So after generating APK file or AAB file, then the app inventor will show some message. Then you can choose the one option of two. So you can just download the APK file from the website, and or just QR code in order to access the website with two. However, the QR code only will be valid for 2 hours. So if you wanna keep the application, then please click the APK file, then download the APK file on your computer. Okay, so we have a launch and we have installed our application onto your mobile device. So it is easy, right? So now we're going to check what is the difference between the APK and AAB file. From the August 2021, the Google Play Store asks you to the application as AAB file. That means if you want to register your application, then you have to generate your application as AAB file. APK file, the Android package, means all functions are contained in one file, and old and new smartphone we have this same type of APK files, and old and new will support APK file. And Android AAB files, Android app bundles, is a package that contains all the elements and components which were contained by APK file. And this is contain AB package. The package will contain all the components. Download the app and distribute the APK payload onto the device, and then you can just AAB file will be required. And so the app size actually will be decreased using the AAB file. Now we're going to use the two buttons. In advanced practice, you're going to use the two buttons. On the initial screen, press the button appears, and then if you press the first button, then it will print out the hello world. And press the other button, then we will say the goodbye. Okay, then let me show how to do this. Before, you have a text label and one button. Well, we're going to add other button, that this button will change the text here to the hello world. Then if user click the button here, then this will print out goodbye. So we just put the new button here, then your screen will be shown like this. Let me show how to complete advanced topic. Just click the button here and dragging and drop the button 2 here. Then our screen, our interface will be ready. Then go to the block editor area. Then go to the button to click. Then set label 1 text to goodbye. Okay. Then for this time, okay, then let me show the test result. If you click the button 1, then hello world, and if you click the button 2, then change the sentence as a goodbye. That's correct, right? Now we're gonna solve some quiz problem, and then we try to check whether our understanding is right or not. And choose the correct description of the app inventor. Which one is the right? Please. Number one, it can be used on the mobile phone such as Android, iPhone, and Windows Phone. It is compiler installed and used on PC. Number three, educational block code does not provide the executable file. Number four, App Inventor create app's interface using the App Inventor Designer. App Inventor Designer. So please think within 30 seconds. Then let's see, check what is the answer. Answer is number 4. Let me explain why answer is number 4. The APK file created by App Inventor can be used only on Android, not for the iPhone, not for the Windows Mobile. The App Inventor is used by connecting the server on the internet through the web browser without installing it on a PC. So you don't need to have other program. And number 3, you can create an executable file called APK, download it to your personal computer. So number 4 is right. So the other is incorrect. Others are incorrect. Okay. The key is number 2. Choose the correct description of the APK file. And it is the executable file that can be used on Android and iPhone and other personal computer. Number 2, you can download it directly from the App Inventor website to your personal computer or your device. And it can be downloaded using AI Companion. Number 4, you can register in the Google Play Store with the APK file. Which one is correct? Please think within 30 seconds. The right answer is number 2. Let me explain why right number is number 2. The APK file is only available on Android, so number 1 is incorrect. Number 2 is right. The AI Companion connect MIT server to my smartphone without downloading APK, so that you can test the result. You can see the test result. And number 4 is the APK file can no longer be registered in Google Play Store. The 2021 August, the Google Play Store, if you try to register your application to the Google Play Store, then you have to generate AAB file instead of an APK file. Let's summarize what we have learned from these lectures. So we learn about that anyone can create a smartphone application by using App Inventor. And you can create an app only with the internet connection without having to install the application in App Inventor. It is divided into the App Inventor is divided into the design area and block code area. The menu includes the project, connect, build, and other function. And the AI companion allows you to learn without installing the application. The App Inventor also can create the APK file, AAB file. And you can arrange row and column in a good way when coding block by using the block organizer function. So many detailed function we're going to use at in the last class. So today we have learned what App Inventor is, how to use, then what is the component, then those kind of information we have learned from through this Hello World class. Okay, and thank you for attention, and we just finished the class 1. Thank you.